Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, into a family that valued intellect and community. His father, William H. Gates Sr., was a prominent lawyer and public servant. His mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, served on boards including United Way. Their home nurtured curiosity, empathy, and ambition. By age 13, Bill was enrolled at Lakeside School, where he encountered the first computer terminal. He taught himself programming, wrote code for hours, and even hacked the school's computer to schedule more access time. He also created a traffic analysis program with friends that later became Traf-O-Data, earning real money from local governments. At Lakeside, he met Paul Allen. The two shared dreams of using computers to empower everyone, not just elite institutions. They read popular electronics, and in January 1975, saw the Altair 8800 microcomputer. Despite not having an actual Altair to test on, they wrote a basic interpreter and demoed it to MITS, landing a contract to supply Altair Basic. Gates dropped out of Harvard at age 19 to pursue this opportunity full-time. In April 1975, Bill and Paul founded Microsoft in Albuquerque. Gates believed software would be the backbone of computing. Within months, they sold Altair Basic and licensed it widely, brilliant and aggressive in vision. He famously wrote an open letter condemning software piracy, insisting developers deserved payment, an early sign of his conviction and willingness to challenge norms. By 1979, Microsoft relocated to Bellevue, Washington. The company started small, but Gates was relentless in oversight, reportedly rewriting most of the first 5 years' code personally. In 1980, IBM decided to enter personal computing. They approached Microsoft for software. Gates responded by acquiring QDOS, turning it into MS-DOS, and striking a deal that allowed Microsoft to license terms broadly. When the IBM PC succeeded, Microsoft's golden strategy made DOS the default operating system. It became the world standard. Microsoft went public in 1986, making Gates a billionaire at 31. He remained CEO while Paul Allen later stepped back. Gates valued strategic thinking, technical knowledge, and fierce negotiation, characteristics that guided Microsoft aggressively. In the early 1990s, Microsoft introduced Windows. By bundling it with MS-DOS, they scaled dominance in graphical computing. Yet it entangled them in legal trouble. In 1998, the U.S. government accused Microsoft of antitrust violations for bundling Internet Explorer. This lawsuit would shape the company's global influence. Despite that, Microsoft launched Office and Excel, Word, Outlook, products still central today. But by 2000, the Internet revolution was underway. Gates chose to step down as CEO, handing the reins to Steve Ballmer. Gates remained chief software architect and led Microsoft until 2006 before transitioning to a full-time advisor. In 2000, Bill and Melinda founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with the vision to eradicate disease and reduce poverty globally. Over 2 decades, it grew into a philanthropic powerhouse with an endowment of over $75 billion, funding initiatives in health, sanitation, and education. Their philosophy, philanthropy on an epic scale. They pledged to donate most of their Microsoft fortune and, in 2010, co-founded the Giving Pledge alongside Warren Buffett, a promise by billionaires to give away the majority of their wealth. In 2008, Gates transitioned from Microsoft to focus full-time on the foundation. Through Gates Ventures, he also backed innovations in clean energy, climate, and Alzheimer's research. In recent years, he has publicly pledged to give away 99% of his net worth, over $200 billion, through his foundation by 2045. This includes large support for African healthcare and preparing for future pandemics. He also announced that his children would receive less than 1% of his wealth, emphasizing personal success over large inheritances. Bill Gates remains invested through Cascade Investment, holding diversified stakes in public and private sector companies, including Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, Deere, and more. His net worth today is estimated between $107 billion to $115 billion, making him one of the richest people in the world. Beyond money, his influence includes major global health initiatives, vaccines for polio, malaria, and COVID-19, education reform, and clean energy funding. He's also championed the development of genetic technologies, AI governance, and solutions to Alzheimer's, the disease that claimed his father. But Gates has been criticized too, for influence over global health policy, IP-related vaccine stances, and complex wealth distribution strategies. Yet he remains steadfast in arguing that directed philanthropy can supplement or amplify public health budgets. He has also authored books like The Road Ahead, 1995, and Source Code, My Beginnings, 2025, reinforcing his role as both technologist and thinker. His writing blends technological foresight, personal reflection. Steve Jobs once said, "The people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Gates believed computers could empower every individual. He built Microsoft, disrupted industries, and then redefined philanthropy on an unprecedented scale. Today, Gates continues to live in the Seattle area, maintaining an understated personal presence. He enjoys reading, scientific exploration, tinkering, and family life. He has 3 children, Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe. Despite stepping back from Microsoft nearly 2 decades ago, Gates' legacy is undeniable. He co-created Microsoft, shaped the modern computing era, democratized software, and then used his fortune to save lives. His path reminds us that true impact comes from combining vision, engineering, global thinking, and relentless effort. He taught us that leadership persists beyond power, that education and health aren't luxuries but rights, and that inventing the future means investing in humanity. If Bill Gates' story inspired you, hit like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories of human possibility. Your story is just beginning.